Detours is saved. Well, kind of. For over a decade, Star Wars Detours has been one of the franchise's biggest mysteries. It wasn't canceled before production, it wasn't abandoned after a pilot. In fact, dozens of episodes were completely finished, and then they simply disappeared. But now, after more than 13 years on the shelf, fans are finally going to see part of its lost Star Wars series. And fittingly, it's happening at George Lucas's own museum. And here's everything you need to know. Star Wars Detours was first announced back in 2012 during Star Wars Celebration. Created by George Lucas alongside Robot Chicken creator Seth Green, the animated comedy was meant to parody the Star Wars universe while taking place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. The show featured exaggerated versions of iconic characters like Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Leia, Han Solo, Boba Fett, and many more. And instead of focusing on galaxy-changing battles, Detours explored the awkward, ridiculous moments in between. Stormtroopers were incompetent, Vader was hilariously overdramatic, and Palpatine often came across more like an eccentric boss than an evil mastermind. The series had an impressive returning voice cast, with Anthony Daniels returning as C-3PO, Ahmad Best as Jar Jar Binks, and Billy D. Williams as Lando Calrissian. So if the show was finished, why did nobody ever get to watch it? Well, only months after Detours was revealed, Disney purchased Lucasfilm for over $4 billion, and suddenly Lucasfilm's priorities completely shifted. The company wanted the audiences to take Star Wars seriously again as it prepared for a new trilogy beginning with The Force Awakens. In 2013, Lucasfilm officially announced that Star Wars Detours would be postponed while the company focused on the future of Star Wars. It never returned. And the surprising part? Many reports suggest that 39 episodes had already been completed, with even more scripts written beyond that. For years, only trailers, promotional images, and the occasional leaked clip reminded fans that the series even existed. But here comes the big news that nobody expected. During San Diego Comic-Con in 2026, Seth Green announced that a curated selection of Star Wars Detours episodes would finally be shown publicly as part of the opening programming at the George Lucas Museum of Narrative Art in Los Angeles. The episodes are being presented as part of the museum's celebration of George Lucas's creative work and storytelling legacy. This will mark the first official public screening of Star Wars Detours after more than a decade hidden away. So naturally, fans are already wondering if this could lead to something bigger. Could Disney eventually release the completed series? Right now, there is no indication that that will happen. However, simply allowing audiences to finally see some of these episodes is a significant change. If the museum screenings generate enough excitement, Lucasfilm could gain valuable insight into whether there's still interest in preserving and releasing the rest of the unusual piece of Star Wars history. Even if it never reaches Disney+, Detours is no longer just a forgotten project locked away in the Lucasfilm archives. It's finally becoming part of Star Wars history that fans can actually experience. So whether you think Star Wars Detours would have been a masterpiece or just a fun curiosity, it's exciting to see one of the franchise's most legendary lost projects finally stepping into the spotlight. After spending over a decade gathering dust, these episodes are finally getting the audience they were always meant to have, even if it's in a museum instead of on streaming. So what do you think? Would you like to see all 39 completed episodes officially released on Disney Plus someday? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want more Star Wars news, lore, and deep dives, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. May the Force be with you.